Hello and welcome to another video from Natasha Lee. Everywhere at the moment we are seeing geode nails as they make a huge impression on everyone, so I wanted to join in on the craze. Stay tuned to find out how to produce these beautiful, easy, sparkly nails. As always, after filing and performing cuticle work, I'm going to cleanse with 99% isopropyl alcohol, and there's a link in the top right corner if you want to know how I look after my nails. Next, I'm going in with a peel-off base coat, and this is so that I can easily change my nails every couple of days if I want to, without drying them out too much with acetone. And we're just going to apply a nice even layer to all the nails and allow them to dry. Now for my base colour, I'm actually using a stamping polish only because I didn't have the right grey in my normal polishes, and I particularly wanted it to be like this very pale pebble sort of stone grey. It was, however, though, a bit difficult to paint with, so I did have to tidy up quite a few mistakes, and you can see some slight imperfections in the surface of the polish because there are some sort of like chalky bits in the polish, but it won't matter once it's top coated. Now I'm going to take a purple polish, and I've gone for quite a deep purple here, and I'm applying this to my ring finger first, and then I'm going to apply it to my middle finger. And what we're doing is giving the look of a sort of geode that's split between the two fingers. So you do not have to be perfect with this at all. In fact, if it's a bit wiggly, it looks more authentic. And then we're going to swap fingers and do the same to the middle finger, but the opposite way round, so it's sort of a mirror effect. And don't panic if it's not fully opaque, because this is more of a guide area for us. We're not really actually going to see this purple polish afterwards, not if it all goes according to plan anyway. Tidy up any mistakes with a brush dipped in nail polish remover or acetone and allow it to dry. Next, I'm going in with some foil adhesive, and full links to all the products are in the description down below, and we're just going to apply this wherever we've applied our purple. And I'm just following around the wiggly lines, and then we're going to allow it to dry. Now when it's wet you can tell because it gives this sort of blue iridescence, and when it's dry it goes completely clear and sticky. And next I'm going to be using this gorgeous foil from the Nail Stamping Queen UK, and I've just cut off a small piece and applied it onto the nail, and then I'm rubbing with my finger. But if you want a firmer sort of push down onto the nail, then quite easily you can just take a silicone tool or a plastic back pad and rub over the nail. You'll know when it's fully adhered to the nail and the foil adhesive, because as you can see here it starts to lift away and you can see the clear plastic because the foil has attached to the foil glue. And we're just going to do exactly the same thing to our middle finger as well, and then carefully peel off. Now I'm just going to go over the foil with a water-based top coat, and this is because if we use a normal top coat over foils and foil adhesive, then it tends to do that funny cracking and crazing like a desert, and it all goes wrinkly and pretty unpleasant, to be honest. And next I'm going to use a selection of MAGPIE glitters, including Mabel, Margot, Goldie and also Patsy. And I'm just decanting a little bit of each of these glitters onto the back of my Uber Chic stamping mat, and using a flakies top coat like the Avon Opal, which I really like this one because it's like bluey green with the flakies. I'm just decanting some of that onto my mat as well, and then we're going to mix it up with a selection of the purple glitters. So we're sort of making like a glitter top coat paste. I used the image of an amethyst geode that I found on Google as my inspiration for this design, and I've actually put the exact image in the top left corner now, so you can see how we want to sort of replicate that look. Once you're happy with your glitter paste, we're just going to paint it straight over the top of where we've applied the foil. And this is just so we can get that beautiful different sparkly depth. As you can see from the geode in the top left corner, we're trying to also get the look of the texture of the crystals. I love geodes. I actually have a couple that I have in my living room. I'm a total geek with stuff like this. To add a bit more depth and dimension to the design, I'm taking just Margot, which is the very dark purple glitter, and this one isn't holographic, it's a standard glitter unlike the Mabel, and I'm just applying it to the inside of the design. So this is my ring finger, so I'm applying it to the left hand side. Now I'm going to take a clear polish, and then this beautiful shimmery white, which is Tiaras and Tantrums from All That Jazz, and some MAGPIE glitter in Pixie, which is a white iridescent glitter that just sparkles a beautiful sort of violet. And I'm decanting some of my clear and some of my sparkly shimmery white, and then a little bit of my Pixie glitter onto my Ubashik mat, and we're going to mix these all together to make a really nice semi-sheer shimmering glitter paste. And we're mixing this up to apply to the outside edge of the purple, and this is to mimic where the crystals become mineral deposits on the actual geode, which is where it goes from the purple to the paler white before the sedimentary rock. And we're just going to apply that glitter paste all the way down that wiggly outside edge, and just get a nice generous helping, but we don't want it to be too thick because then it's going to make the finished nail very sort of lumpy and bumpy. So the best way to avoid this is to get some more again after you've gone around the outside edge and blend in towards the purple centre. And once you're happy with the look, we're going to apply an outline, and I'm going to use this A England Natasha's Dance War and Peace polish, which I bought without realising the name of it, because I'm actually named after Natasha from War and Peace. So we're going to apply this just around the outside edge of the design with a nice fine detail brush, and follow it all the way to the bottom. Again, don't worry if it's not perfect. This is actually based on a rock and there's lots of imperfections, so we can correct anything too major as we're going along and leave everything else in place. To try and blend in the line and make the design look even more 3D, I'm going back in with some more of that white glitter paste and going back along the line of the black, just to add a bit more sort of white highlight to capture that geode look. And now I'm going to take some white and my black polish again, which was the A England black polish, and we're going to mix them together to make a nice grey. And this is to start the sedimentary rock look down the side, and again it's for that 3D effect to really add some dimension to your design. Apply a nice thick line down the side of your black because we're going to add some more detailing into this, and just keep it quite rough and uneven just to add to that look. And then to add some more detailing, I've just added a bit more white to that grey for a paler grey, and we're going to add some streaks through that thicker ribbon of the grey, and this again is just to give that sedimentary rock look. Now for our thumb, index finger and little finger, we're going to give a really good sedimentary rock feel to them. And so for this I'm taking that black from A England again, and my grey stamping polish from Hit the Bottle, which was Flock of Seagulls, and a makeup sponge, a latex free one. I'm just mixing the two together and just blobbing them on really, there's no hard and fast way of doing it. I'm starting it with it a bit darker, and then to blend it in I'm just adding a bit more of the pale grey and mixing them up until I'm quite happy with the finished look. If you apply too much black at any point, don't worry, just go back over it with some more pale grey and blend it in. Clean up any mistakes with a brush dipped in nail polish remover or acetone. And now it's time to add a generous slick of top coat, and yes, I have gone back to my HK Girl. Whilst it is a bit thick when you're applying it, it does last beautifully and it's really glossy. For those eagle-eyed viewers, yes, you were right. It was the Super Chic liquid macro that I was trialling, and although it applied so beautifully, it actually looked really scratched and dull within just a few hours of me dealing with household chores and the kids. So I'm back to this one. And just to say, I did apply 2 coats of top coat to the glitter nails to give that nice smooth finish. And once it's dry, I'm going in with my cuticle oil and applying it to the skin around the nails nice and carefully, and then massaging it in. And here is the finished look, and these look so pretty. In actual fact, I'm really in love with the look that's on the other nails as well, and I really want to play with that again in future because it looks so much like real rock. These are so stunning that I was actually going to take them off before I went out this weekend to put on something really boring and normal like red, but I think I'm going to keep them on because they're so unusual. Let me know what you think of these, and please let me know if you give them a go. I had a great fun doing these and trying to think of a way to actually do it without filing through layers of polish, which I didn't want to do on my natural nails. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Please, if you've enjoyed this video, subscribe and give me a huge thumbs up, and leave me a comment down below of what else you'd like to see me try. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in a week.